Hello, my name is Chris Gibbons. I'm the director for the Healthcare Administration program, and welcome to HCA Student Community. Well, you are obviously working through your checklist, so good job with that. Again, make sure you do check mark all of those things off on your new student checklist, but one of those things that you were doing is to do the HCA Student Community, which is a fancy word for your online orientation. So what I'd like to do in this video is kind of give you a brief overview of what you'll be doing within the HCA student community, about how long it's going to take, and well, let's just jump right into the course and show you a few things about the HCA student community. Let's get my picture off of here, and let's bring up the general sign-on when you see, or the general welcome area when you come on to D2L. So you've obviously been able to navigate D2L well enough to self-enroll for this course, so great job with that. And then you're going to come to this area. We kind of call it the landing area. This is kind of your hub of where all your stuff will be. Now, my layout might be a little bit different than yours in that I have kind of that instructor administrative kind of layout, but still very, very similar to what you'll see on the student side. So just a couple of things to draw your attention to as we're kind of walking through these pages here is this area right here, this My Courses. This is where HCA, Student Community or Healthcare Administration Student Community showed up for you. But also you're going to see your active courses will be in this My Courses area right here. So you'll see your courses that you've registered for the semester will show up in this area. Now I have a bunch of courses that I'm working on or teaching and all kinds of things. So it may look a little bit different than what you have, but it will be very similar in that the courses that you have will be listed right in this area. Now one of the things you will notice is that when you register for your courses through Empower. Empower is our course registration system. It's also the area where you'll see your final grades for your course. But you'll register for your courses for the given semester, whatever semester that might be. And there usually is a little bit of delay. It's can be up to 2 business days. And before those courses show up in the My Courses area in Desire to Learn or Brightspace. We kind of use those two words interchangeably, or D2L, you might hear that. They've renamed it to Brightspace, so we're trying to stay consistent there, but no guarantees I may flub up and go back to what we used to call it, which was D2L or Desire to Learn. But Empower and Brightspace communicate that information, but it can be up to 2 business days before that communication between the two systems happens. At that point, though, you will see your courses populate in this area. Now, if the semester hasn't started yet, you will not be able to get into the course, so don't let that worry you. If for any reason you don't see the course on there before the start of the semester, I would not panic. At some point in time, it should update by the Monday when your classes are to start. Most of our semesters start on a Monday. So what I always recommend to students is sometime on Monday, jump onto D2L and make sure that your courses that you've registered for the semester do appear in this area. If there are any issues, that's when you want to, I guess, hit the panic button, if you will, or find out what's going on. The best way to do that is to check Empower, make sure you've registered for the course, and if you see some issues there, you can work with your academic advisor, student records, or myself to try to get that resolved. A good practice in online education is to make sure that you check your courses very early when they start. If you can, check it that Monday. Actually go into the course or when the semester starts. So let's say everything is fine. You see your courses in here. It's the first day of the semester. You'll click on it. You'll open that course. You'll read what's going on. You'll print out the syllabus if you haven't been given the syllabus already through an email. You'll lay out your plan for the week, how you're going to attack the week to get those assignments done. What you don't want to do is wait until Wednesday, like, oh, I got until the end of the week to get things started, and then you sign on to your course and you realize there was some assignment that might have been due, or there's this reading assignment that was way too long, more than you expected. So long story short, jump onto your courses very early, if at all possible. Try to get it on that first day that they open up of the semester, if not the next day. Don't wait any longer than that, and kind of get an idea of what's going on with the course and the expectations for that course. Okay, enough about that. Now let's talk about what we're going back to actually doing here, is talking about the HCA student community. Now this thing is going to be laid out very much like a course. So kind of get you the flavor of what it looks like, feels like to be in a course within the Brightspace environment. After the self-enrollment that you do, that should show up automatically for you, so you don't have to have that 28 or 48 hour business day delay. That one should populate immediately for you. And to simply access that course, as you know, because you've already entered it, you simply click the course itself. And from in here, then you'll see the general layout of all of our courses within Brightspace have this same look and feel, where you'll have this news area right up in here. You always want to check the news for anything that's up to date and going on with the course, if instructors were going to change that. So make sure you do look at that news area. There's also, there might be some updates that you'll see over on the left-hand side, along with the resources. In this case, it'll be student resources versus faculty resources for you. But do check those widgets, that is what we call them, those widgets that are located on the left side as well. So you do want to scan this page, become familiar with what's going on, especially the news, because that's going to be news that's pertinent to you and your particular course. And if there's any changes, usually an instructor is going to post those changes, those updates will happen right in this area. Now to enter the content of the course, I guess the stuff of the course, what you want to do is hit the content button. We like to say the content is the key to the course. This is where you'll see the actual learning modules that you'll need to complete. So you click content, and from there then you'll see kind of the general layout of the course. So let's take a look at how we're going to be doing our HCA student community. It's divided up into 3 modules, and the first one is going to be Module 1, which will be a Brightspace orientation. This will get you kind of familiar with the basics of Brightspace and some of the resources that you'll need to kind of navigate your way through the Brightspace, which is your digital campus, where you're going to be spending 99% of your time will be within the Brightspace environment. Again, all your courses will be here. All of this that we're looking at is Brightspace. So we're going to start up right up front with this, with our orientation with Brightspace. So you'll spend some time getting used to that. Do remember, or as you're going through, at the end of that module, you'll have a certificate. Your certificate of completion says that, hey, I've gone through the Brightspace module. You do want to save that to your desktop. It will be a PDF, because we will I will ask for that in your first course, HCA 214. So do make sure that you save that. You can always go back and get it if you forgot, but since you're going through the module, and as you complete that first module, it'll say congratulations, print your certificate out. So do that and save it to your desktop, and we'll collect that from you in your first course within the HCA program. So that's going to get you up and going real quick with your knowledge of your digital campus. And then the next thing that we're going to be doing is in Module 2. Here you'll be learning more about the college, the resources, particularly focus on the resources of the college. Those are the things that you might need to be successful here, as you're going through your new academic career here at Mercy College. So do focus on those. We have a lot of other interesting things in there, but the resources I think are the most particular ones, especially like the Writing Center, our tutoring services, our counseling services. Do focus in on some of those. Then we're also going to talk about the program, some program basics, the program handbook. So as you can see, this is kind of broken down into, I guess, 3 elemental areas. One is Brightspace, learning your digital campus. In Module 2, we're going to be learning about Mercy College itself, resources available, history of the college, that kind of thing. And then also in that module, the third piece is learning about the program. The third module will be dedicated to Title IX training, which is very, very important training that you'll have here. That will require another, what we call self-enrollment. Don't worry, when you get to that part in Module 3, I'll guide you through that process. But it'll be another self-enrolling as you did for the HCA student community. You'll do the same thing. So actually, we're going to leave this class, if you will, and we're going to go to another classroom. Think of it that way. We're in a classroom right now, and we're going to simply pick up and go to another classroom, complete our Title IX training, and then you'll be done with the HCA student community. But again, don't worry, I'll guide you through that when you get to Module 3. All right, well, that kind of a little summary of what you'll be doing in this particular HCA student community. Again, your online orientation. Students ask me about how long it generally takes. We've measured that, and it can be as quick. I mean, I've had people complete it, especially if you're a previous student and you're very familiar with online learning. They've done it in as few as 4 hours. I think in general, for most folks, though, you're looking at about 6 to 8 hours to complete all 3 of these modules. So do a plan accordingly. You probably don't want to do this all in one setting. That can be kind of grueling to sit there for 6 hours and run through this, though many people do. My recommendation, though, is that you break it up over a period of time. You have all the way until the first day of the semester to get this complete. So depending on when you're seeing this video, this could be months ahead of time. You could have a month or 2 months before the start of your first classes. Some of you might have a week or 2, again, depending on when you were accepted into the program. But even at that, spending a couple of days, 3 hours here, 3 hours there, and get it done. So again, my recommendation is to break it up and then come back to it later. It's a little bit more digestible, and I think it helps for it to sink in as well. Now, here's the nice thing, is that the HCA student community, it's never going to go away. So once you've self-enrolled for this course, it will always be there. So you can always come back to it if you forget something, or let's say you wanted to see that video on how to do library research online. You can go back to that video. So those resources will always be there and available for you. We do hope that the community, the HCA student community, is going to evolve over time. So do look for some changes coming up in the next couple semesters as we add more resources and kind of repackage it a little bit. But know that it's always going to be there, and that essential content that you've been exposed to now will always be there as well. All right. Well, that completes a little walkthrough for the HCA student community. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me during this time period. My contact information is everywhere, located in your packet in all kinds of places. Again, my name is Chris Gibbons. I'm the director for the Healthcare Administration Program. And good luck with your progress through the HCA student community. And as always, thanks for watching.